All right, we are live on YouTube and also simulcasting live on Facebook. Welcome to Navigating the Modern World with Coach Eli. Glad you could all join me here today. It is Friday, the day that I'm doing this live stream. It is Friday, July 16th, 2021. But if you're watching this down the road on the replay, this is going to have a lot of great replay value because, as I mentioned all the time, most, if not all, of my live streams have great replay value with evergreen content that can help you out, a month down the road, a year down the road, or even 5 or 10 years down the road. So if you're watching on the replay, don't worry. There's going to be great content coming here. And today, I have a topic that I'm extremely passionate about. And boy, am I going to get passionate today. You're going to see a lot of raw and real passion from me today because this topic is very, very near and dear to my heart. Before we get to all of that, let me first of all make sure that the YouTube notification has gone out, and it absolutely has gone out. And let me also check out the back end of YouTube and make sure that that is rolling smoothly, and it absolutely is. And once again today, we are also simulcasting live on Facebook. The back end of Facebook looks well. But let's check out the front end. You always have to check out both sides. Make sure it's all good, right? You know what I'm saying? The simulcasting live on Facebook. The back end of Facebook looks well. Let's check out the front end. You always have to check out both sides. Make sure it's all good, right? It's all good. I'm watching myself on Facebook. Live streams are not exactly perfectly live. They're typically anywhere from a 5 to 25 second delay because, the video has to be processed. I use open broadcast software. It has to be rendered, streamed out to YouTube. Then YouTube has to do its processing, and then it just puts it out. But it's considered live because it's very close to live. And if you were to do things exactly live, there would be no buffering and there would be a lot more issues. So that's why I can watch myself on Facebook live because there's like a 5 to 10 second delay of, what I say. So anyway, a little lesson on how live streaming works. That's not what the topic is about here today, but hey, if I can throw in a little extra value, why not? And one more piece of business before we get right down to it. I'm sponsored by an amazing gentleman I've known for over 10 years. He's a good longtime friend of mine. His name is Troy Brewer, and he is the CEO, founder, and owner of the Discover Community Network. He is a branding and marketing expert. So for all of your branding and marketing needs, if you're a YouTuber, you need a little more help getting your message out and getting the word out regarding your YouTube channel, what you do, or if you're an entrepreneur, of any sort, or you're a brick and mortar, Troy can help you. He has some of the best products and services, and he himself creates great branding and marketing through his huge Discover Community Network. If you want more information on how that works, go to the description about a third of the way down the YouTube side of things and click on the top link, discovercommunitynetwork.com. If you're on Facebook, go to the top of the search bar and type in Discover Community Network. That'll take you to the Facebook business page of Discover Community Network. And from there, you can find out how to connect with Troy by phone or email. Or if you would like for me to do a personal intro through email and even arrange a free, brief phone consultation between you and Troy, or if you want me to join you on that call, on a three-way call, if that makes you feel more comfortable, you can email me at Coach Eli at coach.eliasmelas.com. That's Coach Eli at coach.eliasmelas.com. My email's in the description of YouTube and Facebook, so check it out. And, Troy and I would be happy to help you in any way possible. Troy is very reasonably priced. Of course, he does have some higher-end packages, but he has a package for everyone's budget. And trust me, even his lower-end packages will help you take off like a rocket. Once again, Troy and the Discover Community Network, thank you. Can't even talk. Thank you very much. There we go. Can't get the words out. For your continued sponsorship and patronage of my business and my brand. Lots of love from Coach Eli and the Coach Eli clan. I'm a little too excited here today. I'm excited because this is a topic that I've wanted to do for a while, and I've kind of discussed this through bits and pieces during other streams and videos I've done. But I wanted to dedicate a full stream to this topic because I think many people are struggling with this. And a lot of people just, don't understand the difference between what a real content creator is and what a constant complainer is. So let's get right to that, because I'm going to share with you first what inspired me to do this topic, and then I'm going to, share some bits and pieces of information, my thoughts, and then I'm going to go over to Reddit, and I have 5 Reddit topics to discuss today. The first one is going to be there's a difference between being a content creator and a constant complainer. So I'm going to be discussing that. And then I'm going to go to another aspect of complaining, which has to do with relationships. We're going to be discussing boyfriends, constant complaining, but no problem solving. Old great connection, constant complaining. Is constant complaining a sign of narcissism? And I can't stand my fiance's constant complaining any longer. Wham, 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 complain, whine, complain, bitch, moan, groan, right? How fun is that? For those of you out there that constantly whine and complain about things not going your way, especially those of you out here on YouTube that complain about YouTube not allowing you to upload certain type of content or demonetizing certain types of content, right? Wham, wham, wham. Wham, right? I'm going to start off, and I'm going to be honest, but a little bit harsh, because that's the only way people understand and learn, is by being a little harsh with a lot of love. I like to call that tough love, right? Tough love is the only way we learn, right? And I'm going to give that to you here today. If you're a constant whiner and complainer because you don't get your way all the time, especially when it involves, other people, when it involves using social media, etc., right? Everybody wants to get their way and have their way with other people's property. YouTube is owned by Google, which is owned by Alphabet Inc. This is not your property. It's YouTube's and Google's property, right? But people seem to think like, YouTube should allow any type of content. YouTube should let us do whatever the hell we want on the platform, right? But what people don't understand is that YouTube and Google have to make money for the platform to survive, for anyone to be able to upload or stream on it, right? Let's talk about that to start things off, okay? Well, let me read the topic first. Okay? The topic is content creators versus constant complainers, inspired by the Better Bachelor channel. One more time, content creators versus constant complainers. It kind of flows, doesn't it? Inspired by the Better Bachelor channel. Now, if you're just hearing about the Better Bachelor channel, some of you have heard of it, especially if you're into manosphere type of content. When I say manosphere type of content, I mean content that's catered to men in the modern world that are struggling to understand the modern day woman, primarily due to the fact that women have been liberated. I've said this time and time again. I'm going to sound like a broken record, but I'll say it again. It's primarily because women have been liberated. Women are now independent, and they don't need a man for survival anymore like they did back in the days of traditionalism, right? Women are going to college. They're getting a degree. They're getting great jobs. They're getting promoted. They're making great money. They're buying their own homes, their own cars, right? They're taking care of themselves. All of those things women were dependent on men for back in the days of traditionalism, which was one of the main reasons that attracted, men to women, right? And a lot of men are still living in the past, thinking that women are still like that. And the truth of the matter is, while there are still a few women like that, the majority of women are working and they're independent and they have the same rights as men have always had, and they're doing the same things, or they're able to do the same things that once only men were able to do. If you have a hard time understanding that, or you're not willing to accept that, then, none of what I say or do to try to help you is going to make any sense, and you're going to live a miserable life where you're just going to keep constantly whining and complaining about every little thing. You're going to be very angry and bitter, right? Do you want to live your life that way? Do you seriously want to live your life that way? Or do you want to learn how to better navigate this modern world and be a better person and accept things for the way they are, right? Because no one is out here trying to hurt anyone. It's up to you to allow someone to hurt you or not, right? And if you're willing to learn what to look for, you're going to make better decisions that are going to minimize you from getting hurt. And if you do get hurt by someone, chalk it up as a learning experience, put it behind you, and move forward to accomplish what you want based on what you've learned in the past of what you don't want, right? So the topic again, content creators versus constant complainers inspired by the Better Bachelor channel. So what happened? Give me a second here. What happened earlier today? I was watching some YouTube videos, and I've been following the channel Better Bachelor for quite some time, probably for about a year now. And he creates content primarily catered to men, manosphere men. Typically younger men in their 20s and 30s. That's probably his biggest audience there. But even some men in their 40s and 50s and beyond that have been married, have gone through a divorce, and, they lost big time in their divorce. They were the breadwinner. Their wife, took half the marital assets, and now the man is very angry and bitter and doesn't want to date anymore or get married ever again because they fear they're going to be taken advantage of again, right? This is the type of content this guy creates. And for the most part, his content has been great. It's been pretty spot on, and it's been pretty positive. It's been pretty positive. But lately, I've been noticing a trend in the gentleman that runs the Better Bachelor channel that goes with the name of Joker. I don't know what his real name is. I'm sure I could probably look him up and find out his real name, but no one's here to dox anybody or anything. And he shows his face and calls himself Joker. So let's just refer to him as Joker from the Better Bachelor channel. Now, quite frankly, in my opinion, if you're going to run a channel to help people and show your face, might as well just put your name out there. So the fact that he calls himself Joker, no disrespect. I want to be honest here in case Joker sees this, right? I'm sure, he's a busy guy. He may not get a chance to see this. And yes, I'm not going to lie. I'm trying to get Joker's attention because I would love to work with him. I'm not going to hold anything back here. Okay. And if anyone wants to say, oh, you're trying to leverage Joker's subs and this and that, everybody does that on YouTube. We try to collaborate to better ourselves along with other people. But I don't want to leverage Joker for selfish needs. I honestly feel he has some great content, but at the same time, I honestly feel that I have a missing element that I can provide for him and to his audience. So what's happened with Joker? Give me a second, please. Oh, I just got a text message, and it's quite distracting. I tell you, women can be distracting, especially in the middle of your show when they text you good things, right? So, what's been going on with Joker? Well, for the last several years, he's been running his a YouTube channel called Better Bachelor. And I saw him go, I think last year he was nearing 100,000 subscribers. And he went from 100,000 subscribers about a year ago to 337,000 subscribers. He just gained 3,000 subscribers in the last hour. Okay? So he's grown quite a bit. And I'm proud of him for his growth, right? Now, he's been on the road. He built a bus. You know, he bought an old bus and he converted it into this awesome, nice bus, right? And he's been traveling the country with this bus, you know, for a while now. And he finds places to park his bus, and then he'll create content, you know, from his bus. You know, he has obviously a good, you know, mobile program, and he goes into areas where he can get reception and he can upload content, right? And his content has been great up until lately. And I'll share with you what he did today. He put out a video titled, "It's Society as a Whole. Side note, I think I'm going crazy." Wow. Great title to get a lot of drama attention. Okay? In this video, and I'm not going to, you know, play parts of his video and use it under fair use. I'm sure he wouldn't have a problem with that. But, you know, when you're talking about someone, even though I'm being positive here, I like Joker. He may perceive this as negative, and sometimes people will flag you for copyright, even though it's fair use, out of spite. So I'm the kind of guy that thinks ahead and doesn't take those chances, which is why I don't get copyright strikes, right? I'm thinking ahead. So I'm just going to recall what he said in the video and give my commentary on it, right? So in the video, he stated that he had uploaded another video that was a bit controversial, and I think he said it was kind of a conspiracy theory. And after he uploaded it, YouTube rejected it, saying it violated their policy on conspiracy theories, right? Or stuff like that, right? So they didn't allow the upload. Now, he got no community guideline strike or anything like that. And I've seen that happen. I've tested this out on other channels to see how the algorithm reacts. So I understand what happened here, right? And he got upset at the fact that YouTube wouldn't allow that type of content. So he has this betterbachelors.locals.com site where he uploads that type of content over there, right? But he ended up doing this video as kind of a rant, right? And within this video, he was mentioning, you know, he kind of wants to settle in. He wants to buy a house, but the prices of homes, inflation has gone up, which it has, right? And he wants to pay cash for everything. He doesn't want to, you know, get any loans or anything like that. And he says that right now, you know, all he can afford is an apartment. And he's probably going to settle into an apartment for a while he saves more money to buy a home at some point. But he wants to pay cash for it, right? So throughout this whole video, he was ranting about himself. He was ranting about YouTube not accepting his upload. He was ranting about the cost of homes and how, you know, he can't afford it. And he was mad at YouTube for not accepting his upload. So now he says it's over there on betterbachelors.locals.com. And at first I thought he was trying to get people to sign up and pay over there, but he said he's offering it for free. Okay, that's totally cool. I get it. But it's a way to get people over there to watch that video for free. But if they want to watch your other content, then they have to pay for it, right? I totally understand that. I get that, right? I get it, right? But what really, really inspired me to do this topic due to what Joker from the Better Bachelor channel said, was his complaining about YouTube. That's what I want to focus on. And that's why I came up with the topic content creators versus constant complainers. This guy, I've respected him as a content creator that's put out some great content, right? And all of a sudden, because the chips are a little bit down and things aren't going his way, and he can't put whatever he wants to put out on YouTube to fund his lifestyle, right? He whines and complains about it. He does the next best thing, I guess, in his eyes, which I don't think is the next best thing. He goes to drama marketing, right? He's like, okay, if this is not going to work, I'm going to do a rant and I'm going to create a title. It's society as a whole. Side note, I think I'm going crazy. Now, his videos, after one day, typically get anywhere from 20 to 35,000 or 40,000 views. This video, after one day, has 107,000 views. So what do I think he was doing? He was creating a rant and saying, I think I'm going crazy, which I don't think you're really going crazy, bro. I think it was a ploy to get more eyes on you and to get more views and to make more ad revenue, right? And I honestly think that the video he put out yesterday wasn't the type of video a good content creator would put out. It was the type of video a constant complainer would put out. Now, here's the thing, folks. Here's the thing. I'm just going to be real with you all. Many people that are out here on YouTube have complained time and time again. Oh, they removed my content. Oh, YouTube needs to be sued. Oh, YouTube doesn't care about the creators. I keep hearing all of this. And I'll be real honest with you. I'm sick and tired of people complaining about this. I'm sick and tired of people complaining about this. You don't own YouTube. You don't know what it costs to run YouTube. You don't know how much work it is to keep YouTube going. None of you take any of that into consideration. All you care is about yourself and being selfish and inconsiderate to what it takes to run this platform that I'm grateful to be a part of. Now, I'm not going to get a lot of people liking what I say here. A lot of people are not going to like what I say. The good people that have their head on straight are going to appreciate what I'm saying. But a lot of people that have dealt with all this, they've dealt with not being able to get their way on YouTube, they're going to say, oh, Eli, come on now, come on. No, you come on now. Why don't you create some better content instead of constantly complaining all the time that YouTube doesn't like you, that YouTube doesn't want this type of content? I'm sick of it. I'm sick and tired of people whining and complaining about this, when they don't take into consideration why this platform even exists. I've said it again. I've said it before. I'll say it again. YouTube exists for one reason. There are a lot of advertisers that are paying YouTube and Google a lot of money to put their ads on videos, right? But when you're a company that's putting ads, that's buying ads on YouTube, you get to choose where you want those ads on. It's not YouTube or Google that's choosing where these ads go. It's the people that are buying the ads, the companies. So if any one of you out there that's complaining about YouTube demonetizing your videos or not wanting certain types of content, if you're going to even complain at all, complain to the right people, not YouTube or Google. Complain to the sponsors and advertisers. Contact them and tell them, hey, why don't you open up your floodgates and just advertise to everyone, right? All of you continuously blame YouTube and Google and all these companies, Facebook and all that. And you think that they're trying to silence you on purpose. They're not. They're not. This is what the advertisers want. And if you understand anything about companies surviving, it has a lot to do with sponsorships, right? The way media works is pretty much sponsor based. You watch regular mainstream media, they pay companies pay for commercials for certain programs. The difference is on mainstream media, the sponsors already know what they're going to get. On YouTube, we create content on the fly, and the sponsors don't know what they're going to get until after it's created. So YouTube had to create a system to kind of figure out, what type of content is being created while a live stream is going on or a pre-recorded video is done uploading. They scan your video, they look at your title, they look at your thumbnail, they will transcribe the video and read what you said and make a decision according to many aspects of the algorithm, whether it should be monetized or not, and what sponsors would best benefit being what sponsors would best benefit having their ads shown on those videos. See, you folks don't get that. You don't understand that. This is business, right? But you take away all these sponsors and YouTube is out of business. And then there's no YouTube, period. So where do we draw the line? Where do we draw the line, and why don't people understand this? Hey, Queen, here's the thing. I see what you're saying in the chat there. You're saying that truthers are getting silenced because they don't want the truth to come out. It's not about that, Queen. It's about what the sponsors want. It's not about YouTube trying to silence you or anyone. It's not about Facebook trying to silence you or anyone. Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, social media has to primarily cater to their sponsors, because without their sponsors, there's no platform for any of us to use. That's all I'm trying to say. So people constantly whining and complaining about this are wasting their breath and energy when they can say, okay, let's read the terms of service. Let's read the community guidelines, and let's see what's acceptable, what's pushing the boundaries, and what's not, right? And I think YouTube, Facebook, and all these companies have done a great job of letting us know what is not acceptable. You all know what's not acceptable, and you all keep making that content, and then your videos get removed, and then you complain for something or towards something that you already knew was going to happen. You already knew you were playing with fire, putting out that kind of content, right? So where's the surprise when you get taken down? With no disrespect to anyone, including you, Queen. I'm stating how I feel about it, right? Good afternoon, Lewis. How you doing, bro? Welcome to the show. Welcome to the show. We have one person on Facebook. If you want to comment, I'll be periodically checking in on the Facebook side of things. I can't get distracted here. I've been talking to some pretty decent people lately, and it's amazing when you're just a real decent, down-to-earth person and you're honest with what you want. Eventually, the right people will come into your life. I've always been myself, folks. I've never pretended to be someone I'm not, right? Because eventually, when I find that right woman, okay, she's going to accept me for me because she's going to be similar to me. If you pretend to be something you're not just to get someone to accept you, right? What's going to happen months down the road or years down the road when your true colors come out? It's going to create issues, right? And it's going to end up not working out. At that point, you're going to be emotionally attached, and it's going to be hard to withdraw. So why not just be honest from the very beginning? And if it takes longer to connect with the right people in life, so be it. But when the right people finally come around, whether it's for business or dating or whatever, it's going to be sustainable long term. This is what I don't get about people, out here on YouTube, for example. Why create content that's not going to be sustainable long term? Why do things that are going to set you back, right? And start to get people to go the other way. For the Better Bachelor channel, he may have gotten 107,000 views and picked up some subscribers putting out this rant video, right? But what's going to happen when he goes back to his regular content? He's going to get 1/3 the views. So what is he thinking? Well, what if I do a rant every now and then? And then I get another 100,000 views, right? Well, what's going to happen eventually, bro, is people are going to get sick of your rants, and they're going to start to realize that now you're whining and complaining, you're drama marketing just to make more money, and they're not going to respect you or support you as much. That's what people don't get, right? So again, like, with no disrespect, Joker, I doubt you're going to see this. I'm a channel with just over 4,000 subscribers. You have 337,000 subscribers, and you're complaining about that? I've been struggling to get to 5K, working my butt off every day, providing great content, right? You have 337,000 subscribers, and you're whining and complaining that YouTube doesn't want this type of content? If they don't want that type of content, bro, no big deal. You're part of the YouTube Partner Program. You know the rules. You knew the rules before you upload that type of video, right? Or did you just make that up for drama marketing? That's another thing, right? These are the things that really bother me about what some creators do. And when I get into the first Reddit posting, this one is just unbelievable. It's regarding, I guess, a female content creator named Talon. And the title is, Talon, there's a difference between being a content creator and a constant complainer. Wait until you hear this story, and then you see how the people reacted in the comments section. And, while maybe some drama marketing and doing things a certain way, which is not the typical way, may get you more traction and make you more money initially, it's not going to be sustainable long term. And just as quickly as you earned the trust of people and gained a following and made all that money, it goes the other way. You're going to lose it. Because you're not being authentic. You're not being real. You're making it all about the money and not about the people, right? You try to make it appear like it's about the people, but people can read right through you when you're doing certain things. And I'm probably the only creator out here that really understood what Joker did today. He's basically trying to find ways to make more money. Partially because he wants to buy a house and he's seen the cost go up. He's trying to make his audience aware that he's in a position where he needs more money without him saying it, right? So in essence, it was kind of like his attempt to try to get people to feel sorry for him, vulnerable men that are following him to feel sorry for him, so they open up their pocketbook, right? They join his betterbachelors.locals.net, whatever it is, right? Or they donate money to him via PayPal or whatever. And when you rant, you get more views. When you get 3 times the views, you make 3 times the ad revenue, right? But how many more times can you play this card, right? I always say slowly but surely. Slowly but surely. I honestly think what Joker did today or yesterday by putting out that video, I wouldn't say it was a complete fatal move to this channel, but it's something that's going to get people to start thinking a little differently. what's really happening with this guy. Now, I'm going to mention one more thing about Joker here, because I actually like Joker. I think he's a great guy. And he's been through a lot. And I want to make it very clear. I am not attacking you, Joker. I think you're a good guy. I have a lot of respect for you. Congratulations on building a channel with over 300K subs. That's a great accomplishment, bro. I seriously mean that. But at the same time, I'm also noticing that he's really not happy with himself. And when you're not happy within yourself, how in the world can you guide 337,000 people to success and happiness when you're not happy within yourself, right? And you publicly display it within a video you did yesterday, which was a pathetic attempt at drama marketing, but it actually worked, right? And even though it worked, how's it going to affect you in the future? How are people going to start to see you, right? Are they going to trust you that you're in a good place emotionally, right? And you're happy within yourself to the point of where you can guide other people to success, right? With all due respect, Joker, I think you still have some unresolved issues stemming back to somewhere. I know you've talked about this before, and I'm just going to share my thoughts about it. You've talked about your height. I think you're 5'6". So according to society standards, you're a little bit below the average height of a man. I'm just stating that because it's a fact, right? And you've said it, and I agree with you, that most women nowadays want men that are 6 feet or taller. We talk about the sixes, right? They want a man 6 feet or taller, right? They want a man with a six-pack. They want a man that makes a six-figure income minimum, and they also want a man that's packing 6 inches or more below the waist or below the belt, right? Right? And to a certain extent, that is somewhat true. There are some women, many women, that are like that, but there are also women that are not that superficial, right? Now, I'm a man that's 5'10". That's about an 5'9", 5'10" is the average height for a man, right? So technically, I don't see myself as any better than you, but technically, I'm more of an average height and you're more of a below average height, right? And what I've noticed about people that are below a certain height or below average, they have what's called small man's complex, right? And I'm not sitting here trying to criticize you. I think you're a great guy, and I think when you're not angry or bitter, I think you have an amazing personality and you're a fun person. But I think you're angry and bitter at yourself because you're unhappy with the cards you were dealt with. And it shows, right? Okay? I wouldn't let that get to you, bro. I would just be yourself. You're 5'6", you're in good shape. You shave your head now, I shave mine too, bro. I'm 47 years old. I've been shaving my head for over 20 years. I wasn't dealt the best hand when it comes to hair. But I don't let it get to me. And some people will call me baldy and they'll crack jokes. Some women don't like it, but a lot of women do. But you want to know what the women like the most? Is it like my confidence that I'm happy within myself, regardless of whatever cards I was dealt with, right? So, I think, bro, to a certain extent, you have the small man's or short man's complex, right? And it shows. And it shows. Okay? And, as far as everything else goes, bro, you dress well. You're a handy man. You're a great conversationalist, right? But then you say that I like spending a lot of alone time. I don't like being around a lot of people most of the time, right? So you're closing yourself off to the world, right? So you like spending time by yourself, right? How healthy is that, right? So you're catering your content to a bunch of guys that are struggling with modern day women. Yet as an example, you're showing them that you're letting the cards you were dealt within yourself physically affect you, and you're also basically putting it out there that you're antisocial, right? which is not healthy. Your content, man, used to be a lot more positive. And it made a lot of sense. But now the content has started to become really negative because I'm beginning to see unhappiness within yourself. And part of that has to do with maybe you thought you would make more money doing this. Bro, let me tell you something. If I had 10% of the subs you have, bro, I'd be happy with that. I'm happy with where I'm at right now. 10% of 327,000, 32,000, right? I'd be happy with that, bro. It doesn't sound like you're happy with 327,000 subscribers, bro. You want to trade places? You want to trade places, bro? Seriously. I'm not complaining and I'm not jealous. I'm just stating how you're coming off. Now, I would love to work with you, and I would love to, combine our resources and see how much better we can truly help men. See, folks, I've been seeing this time and time again, especially in communities where, or through creators that create their content to help other men helping other men, right? And the majority of them are angry and bitter, and they're not setting a good example. Some of them are, right? But if you want to set a real good example, first of all, you got to be in a good place yourself. You got to love what you see in the mirror. You got to be a very social and decent, outgoing person like I am, right? And most importantly, don't ever tell people to withdraw from society or women or anything like that. That's pathetic. That's absolutely pathetic. To all of you out there that are telling guys, just withdraw. The juice is not worth the squeeze, right? Is that what you really want? Let me tell you something. There's no better feeling than having a woman in your arms and laying next to her and making out with her and caressing her and her caressing you and going on beautiful hikes with her and having a great conversation and taking a nice drive with her. There's no better feeling. And I'm man enough to admit it. Why aren't you guys? Because you're angry and bitter because you can't get those women because you don't like what you see in the mirror. You don't like who you are. That's the bottom line, right? And then you come out here on YouTube and you project that, right? And then you create all these crazy topics, and then YouTube decides that one of them is too controversial, and you get upset about that when you already know you're pushing the boundaries, when you already know that what you're putting out there really isn't that positive, right? Do you want to uplift men in the positive way or in a negative way? I uplift people in a positive way. That's what I'm doing here. That's why I've never had a video removed. Well, by mistake one time on a privacy complaint, I mentioned it before, but it was a mistake by YouTube. There was no privacy complaint. So I contacted Team YouTube on Twitter and they reinstated it, right? I've never had a video removed. All my videos are monetized. All my videos for the last, I'll be honest with you, out of my last 20 streams, 18 of them got demonetized during the stream. I submitted all of them for manual review and they were all approved, suitable for all advertisers. The artificial intelligence makes mistakes sometimes. But when you have a good channel that's creating good content with good thumbnails, good topics, and it's positive and uplifting, and when the human reviewers watch the first part of my videos and see how professional I am and how good of a person I am and how I'm not attacking people, I'm here uplifting people, they're like, this guy is a good channel. We're just going to flip him to green every time, right? You know why? You know why my channel's in good standing with YouTube? Because I think proactively. And I understand if I do a certain something, it's not going to be good for my channel. But if I create clean content, right, YouTube's going to start to trust me. They're going to start to trust me, and they're going to, whenever a mistake is made by the algorithm, they're going to fix it quicker. They're going to flip it from yellow to green on the monetization quicker, right? Because I created my channel and I create my content within the guidelines, and I've given YouTube plenty of information to be able to trust me, right? Because I care. I'm here for the right reasons. Excuse me. Hey, Holly, hopeful and blessed. How you doing? She says, that was a LOL for Eli with the 3 6s at Queen Helen Casey. Sorry you have to wait that long. So Queen says, the doctor told me it'll be about 6 or 7 years to talk eye surgery, but I do have to get my new glasses in 2 weeks. Well, best of luck to you regarding that, Queen. Best of luck to you on that. I hope you're gonna be okay. Hey, Hazy Train, how you doing, bro? Welcome to the show. Glad to see you here, brother. Glad to see you here. Now, give me a second here, folks. I need to clear my throat here. All right. My apologies for that. So I'll just say this before I take my first break here, and then I'm going to get to the Reddit stuff. I focused a lot of this on the Better Bachelor channel, Joker, because it's a bigger channel with 337,000 subscribers. That should be very blessed and happy to have been able to earn that. And just the way he reacted in that video yesterday and what he did was basically showing me that he's taking all this for granted. Not everybody gets lucky and is able to build a channel and trigger the YouTube algorithm to reach even 10,000 subscribers, let alone 100,000, let alone 337,000 like you have, right? Almost kind of seems like you don't appreciate that, bro. You're taking it for granted, right? I'm not trying to take you down. I am giving you criticism, right? Because I do care, and I think you're a good guy, and I think that if you go back on track to your original message and don't let these things get to you and think about your content before you put it out there, bro, right? Because here's the thing. Here's the thing, dude. If you are seriously here on the platform, on YouTube, to uplift men and to help them navigate through this era where a lot of men are confused because of women being liberated, don't you think having more positive content would serve these men better? And if you create positive content, bro, YouTube's not going to remove that. They haven't removed any of my videos, right? Now, I may speak with passion and perseverance, but I'm all about positivity, right? When you bring negativity into it, bro, it's a downer. It's a drama. It's a drama ploy, bro, right? There's no need to complain about YouTube removing or not allowing a video to be uploaded, because that video is probably going to be very negative, dude. Now, you did upload it to your betterbachelors.local.whatever.net or whatever it is, right? I didn't get a chance to check it out. I'm going to check out that video later today, and I'm going to see, is it a positive video or is it a ranting video, right? Or is it a negative video? Is it a video out of being angry and bitter, right? Anyway, I just wanted to let that out, folks. I wanted to let that out. I wanted to share my thoughts. Because there's no jealousy here. Some people may say, "Oh, Eli, you're just jealous because he has more subs than you." No, if I created a drama channel and did what he did, I'd have 300K subs probably too. But do you think I want to have 300K subs of people that are open to help or are only watching me because I'm talking about women in a negative way? Come on. Seriously, anyone can do that. A real creator is going to create good, positive, enlightening type of content that's going to uplift people. And because it's not drama, it's going to take a lot longer to build a bigger, sustainable audience. But once you do it, that's more rewarding and fulfilling than just running a drama shit channel. Okay. Holly Hopeful and Blessed says, I want to know why so many content creators want to be called Joker. Just saying LOL. Well, because he didn't want to put his name out there, and it was just some funny name he created. I think guys that don't put out their real name, especially if they show their face, I think it's an insecurity. And I'll tell you this, Joker, I love you, bro. You're a good guy, but you got a lot of insecurities, bro. And it shows. And I think that part of the reason why you do this on YouTube, it's an outlet for you to express your insecurities and your thoughts about things, bro. But if you have a big audience like this, bro, you gotta have some sense of responsibility that what you say and do is going to affect a lot of these young men or even older men that are desperately looking for ways to better themselves in a positive way. That's all I'm going to say about it. Anyway, I'm going to step away and take a quick break. I was feeling the heat there, folks. Just really, really feeling the heat. Reach out to me, Joker, if you'd like. My email's in the description. Coach Eli at coacheli@eliasmelas.com. I'd love to do a collab with you. I only have 4,300 and something subscribers, right? Let's see if you're willing to work with someone with 4K subs, or is it all about the money? You want to work with someone that knows what they're talking about and can help bring positivity to you and your audience and other people, or you just want to keep on ranting and creating drama content and just, trying to leverage as much of it as you can, doing what you do before you get removed. Because if you keep going this way, bro, you're going to eventually get removed. That's just the truth, right? And I'm starting to see it. Right? You can get a lot more views creating positive content if you collaborate with the right people that are positive and uplifting, man. Choice is yours, bro. I doubt I'll hear from you, but hey, I take chances. This is a chance I'm taking. I don't care what anyone says. I don't care if people say you're trying to leverage Joker. You're trying to get his attention. We're all YouTubers. We've all done that, and it's a part of the game. But the truth of the matter is, I actually like Joker. I like a lot of these people, and I know I can help them. That's the truth of the matter. So to the rest of you that are going to hate, go on and hate. Say what you want to say, because once I'm done with this stream, hey, I might do a walking stream later, or I might take the rest of the day off. I'm going to enjoy my time. I've got other people in my real life, and I'm going to go hang out and have fun, right? And you can sit here and criticize me all day for he's trying to leverage Joker subs, right? Right. That's what you're going to do all day, because you have nothing better to do. And you're a drama king or drama queen, right? Holly says, most people who don't give their names are pretty much trollish. Well, this guy shows his face. He just doesn't want to get doxxed. The truth of the matter is, I'm sure I could find him very easily. With facial recognition and all that, he's just put out his real name. My name is whatever, right? It's an insecurity. When people don't put out their real name, it's an insecurity because they fear getting trolled and harassed, which, it's going to happen regardless. That's just what happens when you're a public figure. You got to learn to deal with it, right? I had to learn to deal with it. You've all heard my story that I've been around for a while, and if you haven't been around, I got trolled hard for many years out here between a former channel and this one. But I fought through it because I believe in myself, right? Anyway, let's cue up some royalty-free music. We are at 54 minutes. The YouTube live streaming server has been amazing lately. Perfect. Perfect. All right, let me cue up some music here. Do 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 do. Okay. All right, folks, music is all queued up. I'm going to step away for about a 10-minute break, get some coffee, use the restroom. And when we return, we're going to get to the Reddit postings. The first one is going to be about a female content creator. Talon, there's a difference between being a content creator and a constant complainer. Wait till you hear this story, and wait till you hear the comments. All right? So stick around, we'll be right. Whoa, wait a minute. Wait a minute. Now it says stick around, we'll be right. Right. feel real good. You feel real good. You feel good. Feel it. This is the face of a happy man. Despite what happens in life, you gotta keep it positive. You gotta keep it cool. You gotta keep it relaxing, right? Keep it fun. Keep it interesting, right? You gotta enjoy life. Grab life by the horns and make something out of it instead of whining and complaining all the time. Wow. Yeah. This song is called Love Explosion from the YouTube audio library by Silent Partner. Yeah. All right. Welcome back to Navigating the Modern World with Coach Eli, live here on YouTube and also simulcasting live on Facebook. Glad you could all join me here on this amazing Friday. The weekend is here. If you're watching live, it's being done live on Friday, July 16th, 2021. But the value of this is going to go on for years. There's a lot of great information that I've already shared within this stream. So if you missed the first part, go back and check out the replay. And I have an itch on my nose. It's that damn good luck itch. Excuse me. That's so unprofessional, but hey, I own it. Hey, at times you're going to have some unprofessional moments, but as long as you realize it and you own it, you just laugh at it, you keep moving forward, no problem, right? No problem, right? I am all about positive energy, folks. And if you can't feel positive energy coming from me, then I don't know. Where you've been. Maybe you've just lived such a lonely, miserable, uneventful type of life to the point of where you come across someone like me and you despise me solely on the fact that I'm a happy person, right? When you could be happy within yourself. And it's pretty simple to do so. You just flip on the switch and say, look, I'm tired of this BS. I'm tired of whining and complaining all the time, right? And let's just get to the topic again, and we'll continue here. Content creators versus constant complainers, inspired by the Better Bachelor channel. One more time. Content creators versus constant complainers, inspired by the Better Bachelor channel. During the first part, I talked about the owner of the Better Bachelor channel. His name is, he goes by Joker, it's not his real name. He shows his face, but doesn't use his real name. And I shared my thoughts and feelings regarding a video he did yesterday on his channel, which was completely different than any other video he's done. I shared why I think he did it. I shared what I think he's going through. And I even offered, a collaboration with him. If he's open to working with a channel that's like maybe 1% of his size, right? Let's see if he's open to doing that, right? Or does he only work with bigger channels? Let's see. So if you miss any parts of that, first segment, like I said, go back and check out the replay. I'm going to start off the second half of the show before I get to the Reddit postings and say this. There are a lot of people on the YouTube platform that constantly whine and complain about the platform removing their content. They whine and complain about positive people like me. They just whine and complain about every little thing. And all they do is create drama content, attacking other people, kicking other people down. And they do that because they feel that's the only way that they can gain traction. Yes, drama will get you a lot of attention very, very quickly, right? And may make you some decent money very quickly. But again, it's not sustainable long term. And is that something to be proud of? Is that something that you can say, hey, I made a big difference in the world by contributing endless nonsensical drama, right? I will mention one thing, though, and it just really saddens me. I'll say this. I did make a community posting on my community tab, which I'm going to maybe I can just go over there and show you this. Let me do this. Let me go and see if I can just show you this on the screen. Let's see real quick. Wow, we're not demonetized here, at least not yet. Well, this is a green icon on this video. Excellent. Thank you for that, YouTube. I appreciate that. Excuse me. All right, so I think I have this on the screen now. Let me go over to the browser source, and let me just show you this here. I can just zoom in there. It's a little bit cut off, but you can see it there. It says, important note, 14 hours ago, there are people out here on YouTube re-uploading my past streams in their entirety with no commentary. This is not fair use. It's not. No commentary, and you're re-uploading an exact copy of one of my past videos, many of them. Anyone doing this has 24 hours to delete any of my content they've re-uploaded, or you will get a copyright takedown. You will also be reported for reused content and possibly lose your entire channel. I've moved on, and you folks should as well. You aren't getting any attention from me. This is your one warning. And I'm not trying to give you any attention. I'm using this for example purposes, right? So there are people out there that have known about me for a while. This stems back to a former drama group I unintentionally was involved with. I thought they were good people initially. And I'm not saying that they're bad people per se. They just have a lot of work to do on themselves. And they feel that drama content is the only way they can get attention and traction on YouTube, when in actuality, a lot of these people have great capabilities where they could, create something amazing and it'd be sustainable long term. It's just going to take a little bit of time to get it going, and they're not willing to put in the work. So instead, they continue to do this stupid stuff, right? But there have been some people in the past that have re-uploaded my content in its entirety, right? And I had to file copyright takedowns on them. And not only did their video go down, but their entire channel ended up going down because of reused content, right? And, these particular people, had said, okay, we're not going to do this anymore. We understand, right? But now they're doing it again. Why are they doing it again? Why? They're doing it again because, number one, they're trying to get my attention, and maybe for the moment they have it, right? But number two, when you have a channel that's primarily re-uploading other people's videos, and number one, it's against the terms of service of YouTube, you will end up going down. But why? Why do these people feel the need to re-upload past content of mine in its entirety, right? It's pretty stupid and pathetic in my opinion, right? And so I'm just going to put it out there and say this. Look, 14 hours? So what do you have? Another 10 hours to go, and I start filing copyright takedown notices on anyone that's re-uploaded my videos in their entirety. And I do have all these videos uploaded. They may not be publicly available, but they are uploaded to private on one of my many channels. So again, hey, I'm a good guy. I'm not trying to harm anybody. I'm not trying to, take anyone's channel from them per se, right? But you're trying to take from me. You're trying to use my content for whatever reason it is to try to get attention or try to get my attention or something. If you want my attention, you can get my attention the right way. If you folks want to work on something that's more positive and not filled with endless nonsensical drama, we can do that. But I'm just not going to play this game, right? And this is another example of people that are not content creators. They're constant complainers. They complain about every little thing. They talk about everyone and how bad other people are, but they don't focus on themselves and better themselves. It's just ridiculous, folks. And I got to tell you, I'm I'm tired of the whining and complaining. And if you're a decent person like myself, I'm sure you're sick of the whining and complaining as well. All right, let's go back to full screen here. Let me check out the chat here real quick. All right. Let's see, nothing happening over on Facebook, on YouTube. Holly, hopeful and blessed says, I'm tired of people copying others constantly, get your own identity, content, etc. Right. 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 You know, and even if the content these people are re-uploading, it's older content which really isn't affecting. Let's say it's not even affecting them. They don't have the right to use my copyrighted material without my permission, right? And it goes beyond that, Holly. It goes to the point of where these people are trying to seek my attention and they're trying to get me to go back and forth with them, which I'm not. Today, I'm just integrating this into the topic because, you know, I respect and enjoy watching real content creators that create real content instead of drama creators, which are constantly complaining. They're constant complainers, right? They're constant whiners and complainers. When the truth of the matter is they have talent above and beyond the drama. They're either just too lazy or just don't want to do the work to create their real content, right? That's the truth of the matter. I know it's not me doing it. We know that, Queen. You're a good person. Holly says, at Queen Helen Casey, I like your content. It's original. It is. I like Queen's content too. Queen is real and honest, right? You know, the only thing is that you just gotta watch what you gotta pay attention to what YouTube doesn't want on the platform. And that type of content, you put it elsewhere. There are many alternate platforms. Okay? There's Odyssey, there's Locals. I mean, there are a lot of other platforms you can put that content on, right? You can put it on BitChute, right? And you can tell people from your YouTube channel, this is too hot for YouTube. Go watch it here, right? There are ways to do it, folks, right? Holly Hopeful and Blessed says, complainers don't get anywhere in life. They just keep spinning their wheels. Right. And they look at people like you and me, Holly and Queen, and deep down inside, they wish they could be happy and positive like us. Right? That's the truth of the matter, right? I don't have to go any further into that. But anyway, there's Telegram, no live streaming there. There's also the Live, you can live stream, and some other platforms that are a little bit more lenient because they don't have to deal with the same advertisers that YouTube and Google have to deal with. Again, it's not YouTube's and Google's fault for having to run things this way. They have to do things in a way where they're going to make enough money to sustain the platform. The advertisers control the content, not YouTube or Google. People don't get that. That's again, I want to say that, folks. It's not Google or YouTube that wants to do this. It's the advertisers. That's what it is. Now, there are some things above and beyond what the advertisers don't want that YouTube will get rid of. And I support them on that, right? I don't want any hate speech on here, right? I don't want any of this hate speech or racism or anything like that. That's unnecessary. Why would you folks want to live in such a hateful world? Okay? And why would you want to put that on YouTube? Because you want to push the boundaries to create, crazy drama content people can't get anywhere else? And you feel that's the only way you can get attention? The people that do this know that they're putting their channels at risk, but they still do it. Then they still complain once they get shut down. Those are the types of people that I got to be honest with you, I just have zero respect for, right? Zero respect. And so keep on whining, keep on complaining. Keep on feeling sorry for yourself. Go to your corner. Go to your corner because I'm giving you a timeout. Okay? Let's move on. All right. You know what I'm going to do, folks? I'm going to only read this one Reddit here because this makes complete sense with the topic. Then I'm going to do my next stream, which may happen later tonight or tomorrow, regarding complaining when it comes to boyfriends and girlfriends and stuff like that. So I'm just going to go through this. It's going to take another maybe 20 or 30 minutes to get through it. Then we're going to wrap this up. I might do a walking stream later today. If not, I'll probably do part 2 of this stream later tonight. If I do the walking stream later today, part 2 of this will more than likely happen at some point tomorrow or during the next stream. But let's go into the subreddit r Ash Venture. And the title is Talon. There's a difference between being a content creator and a constant complainer. So this person writes, your content is extremely triggering. She's doing that on purpose because when she triggers people, she creates drama. And drama gets all eyes on you. People drop everything for drama. It's pretty pathetic. It's really pathetic in my opinion. It is clear you give zero fucks about your followers, and all your socials are to drive traffic to your OF, OnlyFans. Right, because that OnlyFans platform, at least in the past, you were able to put revealing content and charge money for it and cater it to a group of thirsty beta males that are insecure and feel they can't get a woman in real life, so they're going to go onto OnlyFans and get a digital version of what they want in real life. How fun is that? And you're going to make her very rich, right? There seems to be a giant disconnect between you, reality, and social responsibility. That's true. A lot of women do that nowadays. They don't care. It's about the money. Women have figured out that they can exploit the beta male market. And because 97% of all men in this world are beta males, it's a pretty large market, right? Lots of women are doing this, right? I almost can't blame her for doing this. I blame the beta males for not having the balls to realize this and be a real man and say, I'm not going to feed into this, right? It's you beta males out there that are giving women this type of platform because of how you see yourselves, right? While other creators seem to be able to not dump all their shit on their audience, potential audience, you just don't care. Well, I wouldn't go as far and say she doesn't care. I will go as far and say she's doing whatever it takes to make money. She's found a loophole, like many women have. That's called the beta male market. And it's up to you whether you want to feed into it or not, whether you want to buy into it or not. It's a better way to put it. Honestly, what content outside of OnlyFans have you made? Well, she's probably made other content and it doesn't make her any money. But when she goes on OnlyFans and gets a little revealing, all the beta males will say, here's a 10 spot, here's a 20 spot, right? Here's a 50. Do this, do that, right? Your content is you just word vomiting, complaining, and creating issues. Well, maybe she's one that doesn't reveal stuff physically, but maybe she's a beautiful woman that's just creating drama content. And because she's cute, people will watch her for that, and then they'll see her terrible attitude on there, whether she's playing or not, and it creates controversy and gets her attention. You're giving her attention actually right now. I think most of the people here were in your corner at one point or another, but the endless griping, need for drama, thirst for attention and validation is as disgusting as you eating off the floor anywhere you go. Well, dude, first of all, women are emotional beings. They're going to naturally create more drama than men. So to a certain extent, women love drama, naturally. But the ones that take it a bit too far, they do it because it makes them money, bro. They do it because it validates them, makes them feel wanted. It gives them a sense of accomplishment, which is not really accomplishing anything, and it makes them money. It's not content, it's just shit. Keep telling yourself it is literally so fine. I agree with you, dude. But you can just ignore it. See, if all you guys would just ignore and not pay your money into these types of things, then these women or other people would not have these options. So you folks are giving these people their options to do this. So instead of complaining, how about just ignore these people, right? I'm only talking about this for example purposes as a coach. I'm trying to teach you folks. Just withdrawing and not feeding into it. If you all pulled away, they'd have nobody there to listen to them whine and complain, and then they wouldn't make any money either. Let's check out the comments section. Damn, spot on. The disconnect is so harmful to others, especially the young. Absolutely. She doesn't belong on social media, period. I wouldn't go as far and say she doesn't belong on social media, period. I would just go and say, look, the way you're doing things, is not going to be something sustainable long term. Your drama marketing. I'll tell you, folks, drama marketing, it'll work for a little bit, but people will get tired of it. You'll make some money quick one time, you'll get a big audience one time, and then it gets old, right? Someone agrees she should be off of social media. Yes, her content is triggering. That's why I can't watch her anymore. Nothing wrong with triggering an emotional response. But when it's demeaning type of content, that's a different story. This sounds like it's demeaning, right? It's nothing of value, right? It's just somebody saying, look at me, 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 me. It's all about me, right? Take care of you, girl. You're far more important than anyone on a screen. I get that. Good point. Peacefully Pam said, you nailed it. Yeah, I agree. Spot on. I commented on her story once, told her to focus on the good because her stories that day were mostly her complaining. She immediately deleted her stories, then blocked me a few hours later. Sheesh, right? Because you weren't conforming to her agenda. And you're not realizing that her agenda is whatever it takes for her. It all boils down to money. It's all about money. The more attention she gets, okay, the more money she makes. This all boils down to money, guys. You think someone really wants to do this all day, every day, whine and complain on the internet if they're not getting paid? Come on. Wow, she is so thirsty. I just feel she could take all the showers and still seem dirty. How degrading. And who doesn't like the sound of children? Wow, deep-seated issues going on. Yeah, there are probably some issues that this woman has that probably stem back to her childhood or a past relationship, right? Maybe there was abuse in some fashion, right? We don't know what she's been through. But what you guys and gals are not realizing is that some people create drama purposefully because it gets all eyes on them and makes them the most amount of money. It's all about the Benjamins, right? Don't forget making pretty plates of food. Foods to me that wouldn't taste good together, but definitely looks nice, okay? It is ridiculous, and it is tied into the ED. If she cared about appearances that much, she'd have better hygiene or care for the nearly empty apartment she's got. Okay. I haven't seen any of her videos, but it looks like, she's got a basic apartment and she doesn't really take that good care of herself. Or maybe the day she came on camera, she was just at an all-time low and decided to make a video. because she wanted to get your attention, and she did. She got what she wanted, guys and gals. You gave it to her. Yeah, I went back and skimmed her early Instagram posts where she was talking a lot about the cycle of ED, recovery/relapse, and all her photos were of food too. She hasn't progressed from 2 years ago with the exception of financially. It's kind of sad. Listen to this. Look at this last section here. She hasn't progressed from 2 years ago with the exception of financially. It's kind of sad. To her, it's all about the Benjamins. She's doing everything she can at whatever expense it costs her to make money. Some people will degrade themselves so low as long as it's paying the bills and making a ton of money. I think it's very pathetic. Especially that bitter dried oregano or basil she poured on top of those tomatoes. Who eats that? Well, to each its own. That's nothing to complain about. Well stated, nailed it. Wow, that part. And here's a great answer. You could simply not watch her instead of also complaining. Right! That's what I've been saying all along. You could simply not watch her instead of also complaining. And then last but not least, somebody says, how the hell is her content triggered? Well, we don't have to answer that, dude. That was a pretty, that was an uncalled for comment there, dude. Maybe you just like her, right? Maybe you're simping. Who knows? Who knows? Yep. Anyway, so that's that. I'm not, like I said, I have 4 other Reddits to go over, but it's regarding women complaining about their boyfriends. It's pretty interesting. I think I am going to do a separate stream on this. I was going to integrate it all in one, but I decided mid-show that I'm going to do a separate stream on this because it'll be 2 separate topics and it would make more sense. And I don't want to drag on this show too long. We've been on for an hour and 33 minutes. But let me check out the chat here real quick. Then I'll give my final statement and we'll get on out of here. And I'll probably do a walking stream later today or another in-studio stream. That's yet to be determined. So keep it locked here to the Coach Eli Elias Melas channel on YouTube for the latest. If you're on Facebook, subscribe to my YouTube channel because not all my content ends up on Facebook. Just only in-studio live streams end up on Facebook. All right. 10 minutes timeout in the kindness corner, says Holly, hopeful and blessed. That's funny. For those of you that are new here, the kindness corner is a section at my park that's still being built. They built an amazing playground, high quality, expensive playground at my park. It's like 2/3 done. The other third is a section that they're still building, and the kindness corner is going to be there. I've done many streams on that for those of you that have been around for a while. If you're new, you'll see down the road. Once the kindness corner is done, I will do a live stream from there on mobile. That food sounds pretty good. Denise says, Holly, hopeful and blessed. And Queen Helen Casey says, LOL. All right, folks. Here's the thing. I'm going to wrap up by saying this. Okay? Look at yourself in the mirror. If you are on YouTube or you create content on any platform, whether it's video, whether it's text, whether it's audio only, or whatever, right? Look at yourself in the mirror and ask yourself, do you feel you're an actual content creator or are you a constant complainer, right? Because if you think running drama channels on YouTube or creating drama on the internet to get attention, even if you're making money off it, do you think that's a real content creator? Do you think that's real content, or do you think that's just constant complaining, right? Because all you're doing is constantly complaining about other people, right? And you hardly share any. Have you ever noticed that a lot of these drama people, they won't share a whole lot about themselves. They'll share things here and there, but they won't really share the things that they're struggling with the most, right? They won't talk about the things that they need the most work on, right? They try to hold that in or hide that because it really affects them, right? Instead, they'll dissect every other person they come across and talk smack about them, whether it's true or not, just because it gives them a sense of fulfillment and gives them an audience of people like-minded that love drama that will tune in, right? These aren't real content creators, folks. And like I've said all along, people that do this type of content are not going to have something that's sustainable long term. That's the bottom line. It's the bottom line. That's as far as it goes. I don't need to drag this on any further. I've said my piece. I've said how I feel, right? And that's where I'm going to wrap it up here today. I'm going to wrap it up at 1 hour and 37 minutes. All right, folks, I want to thank you all for being here today. Thank you to Queen Helen Casey. Thank you to Holly, Hopeful, and Blessed. You must be off of work today, Holly. I guess you've been working some overtime, so you got the day off. You ladies, enjoy your weekend, and I will try to give you as much content this weekend as possible. I may be going out and doing some things, but in between, I should have some time to put out some content. Like I said, I may be doing a Walking with Purpose stream in a few hours, or I may just do another stream from the studio later today. Keep it locked here on the Coach Eli Elias Melas channel to find out more. Like I said, if you're on Facebook, the link to my YouTube channel is in the description section. YouTube.com/C/Life Coach Eli, or just search Coach Eli Elias Melas on YouTube and you'll find it. Subscribe on my YouTube channel, bang the bell, select all notifications, and you won't miss a single thing. With that being said, have yourselves a good one. I'll see you all next time. Take care. Bye. Bye. Whoa, hold on. Trigger it. There we go.